Now on 4 News Now at 6, new details on the bomb threat that forced an Alaska flight bound for Seattle to land in Spokane. Why the suspect says he needed the plane to land anywhere but Seattle.
It's hot and only getting hotter. I'll let you know how warm it's going to get as we head into the warmest weekend of the season.
Wildfire danger is on the rise, forcing new restrictions on recreational lands across eastern Washington. What you need to know before camping. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Well, we now know the man accused of threatening to detonate a bomb during a flight from Atlanta to Seattle on Wednesday said if the pilot did not reroute the plane to another airport, the FBI says Brandon Scott passed a note to a flight attendant threatening to detonate explosives and, quote, kill everyone on board. That plane was rerouted to Spokane, where Scott was taken into custody and is facing federal charges, and no explosives were found on that plane. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Aaron Luna. Scott says he made up the threat because members of a cartel were waiting for him in Seattle, and this was his plan to change the plane's destination. Our Jordan Smith joins us live from the Spokane International Airport with the story. Jordan.
Well, Brandon Scott contemplated multiple plans. Aaron, Kirsten, one of those included assaulting a flight attendant. Another one was opening a cabin door mid-flight, all of which in an attempt to divert that plane away from Seattle's airport. And then ultimately decided to pass an ominous note to a flight attendant.
On Wednesday, what started off as a normal flight quickly morphed into a flying nightmare. According to court documents, the note that was passed along to a flight attendant read in part, "There is a bomb on this plane. This is not a joke. Several pounds of homemade explosives are in my carry-on bag." Later saying, "My demands are simple. I want this plane rerouted from its destination in Seattle. If this plane lands in Seattle, I will kill everyone on board." 38-year-old Brandon Scott allegedly wrote that on a note for the flight attendant to alert the pilot of his demands, and then suggested making up a mechanical issue with the plane as an excuse to land it. Kellen Call, a passenger on that flight, says that's exactly what happened.
What the pilot said, what he did was to, so that we wouldn't incite panic and things, is he mentioned that there was a minor malfunction, that we needed to do an emergency landing in Spokane because it was the closest one. We landed and the pilot said, "Hey, the plane is fine. They checked it out. We're good." And we were like, okay, well, why is the dude getting arrested?
The pilot diverted the plane to Spokane, where Scott was handcuffed and escorted off the plane as a bomb squad unit searched the plane for explosives, fortunately finding none. According to court documents, Scott said he made up the threat because the Sinaloa cartel was waiting for him in Seattle to, quote, torture and kill him. Scott's criminal history has a number of felony convictions, including kidnapping and robbery. Scott made his first appearance in federal court today, charged with something called false information and hoaxes, which is the federal law that makes it illegal to make people think that a catastrophe is imminent.
And if convicted, Scott faces up to 5 years in federal prison and could pay a fine up to $250,000. His next court appearance is July 19th here in Spokane. In Spokane International Airport tonight, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
Jordan, thank you. We are slowly approaching what could be one of the hottest weekends of the year so far.
Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker to see how hot we're going to get, Chris.
Well, we have been easing up on this warming trend. Temperatures have been increasing throughout the week. Let's take a look at our high temperatures today. We made it up to 91 in Spokane, 91 in Coeur d'Alene. That's tied for the warmest day so far this season. 95 in Grand Coulee. Stayed in the 80s today in Pullman, St. Mary's, Sandpoint, and Bonners Ferry. Right now, we are in the 80s in most locations. A few spots still in the 90s, but we are cooling down quickly. 90 in Liberty Lake. It's 94 degrees right now in 9 Mile. We did have a few clouds and showers around the region in the higher terrain of northeast Washington along the east slopes of the northern Cascades. Those will be tapering off as our sun sets and we lose our daytime heating. Will be partly cloudy overnight in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. And if you are heading out this evening, you will not need a sweater sweater or a jacket. It is not cooling down fast enough. We're still going to be in the 70s at 11 o'clock with partly cloudy to mostly clear skies. I'll let you know how hot it is going to get for the weekend in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. Well, dry and warm weather is causing a higher wildfire risk in eastern Washington right now. The Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife and the Bureau of Land Management need your help to reduce wildfire risks. Starting at midnight, campers need to follow fire restrictions on public lands. Our Peter Choi explains what you need to know about those restrictions and why they're necessary now.
So restrictions, I'm in favor of them.
Camping near the Fish Trap Campground, Stephen Knechika says he's seen many wildfires in the past, and he says he understands the fire restrictions are necessary for campers right now.
If you look around, this is as dry as it's been, for weeks. The other day they were flying tankers in here, helicopters pulling out water for something.
It is concerning. We're in this a lot earlier, and our very warm spring and low precipitation.
Susan Ensley with Bureau of Land Management says 90% of wildfires in Washington was caused by human activities.
It's really important right now that everyone just thinks about what their action is to avoid starting a wildfire, because it's not only going to be hard on the landscape, but it's also hard on the local community. If you burn other people's homes.
She says campfires are only allowed with designated steel ring fire pits at campgrounds, which means any other type of open fires are not allowed under the restrictions.
Well, another thing is prohibited under this fire restriction is smoking while traveling in timber, brush, and grass areas.
Driving any type of motorized vehicle such as an ATV off-road is prohibited, especially through dry grass areas.
Carburetor gets very, very hot. And so if you park or you're traveling over that dry grass, especially on a windy day, there's a lot of potential that you're going to start a wildfire.
Restrictions include shooting at metal targets on all public lands managed by the BLM and the Washington Fish and Wildlife Department. BLM suggests the public should have a bucket of water or a shovel ready in case of uncontrolled fire.
Take a second thought before we act and see if we can help prevent wildfires in the landscape.
In eastern Washington, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
In response to the dry conditions, Avista has turned its power lines to fire safety mode. During normal operations, the lines are set to try several times to clear a fault, reducing outage times. In fire safety mode, the line stays out until Avista crews determine it's safe. This can require more time to restore service, but decreases the potential for fire danger.
The FDA has given full approval to the first medication meant to slow the progression of Alzheimer's disease. Now it can be covered by Medicare and Medicaid, and that allows access to about 1 million people with early onset Alzheimer's. Without insurance, this medication would cost $26,000 a year. One Columbia University doctor says this is the beginning of a new era, but warns that it's not a cure and not everyone will be eligible for the drug, especially people with more advanced symptoms.
We're already having these conversations that sometimes aren't so easy. It's not that we know it's not good for people with moderate or severe disease, it's just that we don't know.
New at 6 o'clock, the CDC says states with childhood vaccine programs should expect to see cuts in funding. The federally funded program provides vaccines at no cost to children who might not otherwise be vaccinated. An agency spokesperson says more cuts are still under consideration. The CDC says cuts are necessary because of the recent debt ceiling deal, which pulled about $27 billion in unspent federal funding originally allocated to fight COVID-19.
A lot of life feels like it's back to normal after the COVID pandemic, but for so many people, jobs and careers changed. If your professional life was impacted, we want to hear from you. You can head to KXLY.com right now to share your story with us.
Still ahead, Spokane police could have more tools to crack down on speeders, how the technology works, and why the police department says it's necessary. Next on 4 News Now at 6.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app.
26 years strong. We all know Spokane seasons. Winter, fake spring, second winter, construction, surface of the sun, and now smoke season. Keep your home smoke-free. Breathe easy all year. Holiday heating, cooling, and electric. Your air quality experts.
Global Credit Union got its start right here at Fairchild Air Force Base and now has branches worldwide. We're proud to honor our military members by wearing red on Fridays.
Red stands for Remember Everyone Deployed, and 4 News Now is joining Global by inviting you to wear red on Fridays too.
Show your support for the men and women of our armed forces. Tell them and their families thank you for your service and for protecting our future.
Stop by any Global branch and pick up a red pin.
And then remember to wear red every Friday from now until September 11th.
Ironstone Furniture and Fire's Made in America sale is returning July 2nd through the 14th. American-made brands like Bassett, Paul Robert, and more are on sale now. Visit our showroom for high-quality products crafted with American pride. Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene.
The Jennifer Hudson Show is here. Everybody put your hands together. I gotta talk to you now.
I left work to come.
You left work? They gonna see you. He's with me today. We're lighting up daytime, baby.
And you're gonna bless people every single day.
We're giving back, lifting each other up.
Something hits you in your heart.
We're doing it all. Mama Hood, coming to the rescue.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, weekdays at 2, only on 4 News Now.
Does your current roof have moss growing on it? Is it worn out or tattered? Have you recently seen the heat and electric bills going up? Then it may be time for you to get a new roof from McVeigh Brothers. McVeigh Brothers is the only 5-star certified select shingle master contractor in the Inland Northwest. We also have great financing options to help you out, like no money down and up to 12 years low interest financing. So you can get everything you want now and pay for it later. At McVeigh Brothers, we're always working for you.
We all know Spokane seasons. Winter, fake spring, second winter, construction, surface of the sun, and now smoke season. Keep your home smoke-free. Breathe easy all year. Holiday heating, cooling, and electric. Your air quality experts.
Here's what people are clicking on the most at KXLY.com. The trial for the North Central boys basketball coach, Andre Irvin, is set to begin in September. He pleaded not guilty yesterday to sexual misconduct charges. According to court documents, 2 16-year-old girls told police Irvin made sexually explicit comments to them. It goes on to say there was also, quote, unwanted touching. One of the victims saying Irvin touched her bare breast and her thigh and leg. To learn more about the case, including the school district's response, look for this story on KXLY.com.
Spokane police could be adding more speed radars to patrol cars to get drivers to slow down.
At the beginning of the year, some traffic officers were moved to patrol units to help with crime calls. Our Vanessa Perez shows us how it's going to work.
I'm here on Ray on the South Hill where an officer was just doing some traffic enforcement. Spokane police says drivers are speeding a lot more and doing so at higher rates these days. It's no fun getting pulled over for speeding, but officers say it's necessary to keep you safe.
Even though we don't have all the resources we would like, finding innovative ways to get people to reduce their speed on the roadways and so we don't see the devastating impact we have.
The traffic enforcement unit shrunk. Those officers are the only ones using the radar system right now, but a proposal would add them to 12 patrol cars.
Ideally, we'd like, to have more resources dedicated to traffic. The reality is we need those resources other places right now, but we still have a need to do traffic enforcement to make our roads safer.
Radars pick up on the speeds of drivers in front and behind the patrol car, so no matter which way you're driving, the officer can see if you're above the speed limit and pull you over. The radar has a constant pitch tone and goes higher the faster someone is going. Officers stop drivers who are often going 25 or 30 miles per hour over the speed limit.
It's obviously a huge impact on community safety because speed is always one of the #1 contributors when it comes to collisions, and one of the #1 contributors when it comes to the severity of the collision. How badly are people hurt? So if you're speeding, you're not only more likely to get in a crash, but if you do get in a crash, you're more likely to either hurt yourself or hurt someone else.
Now, City Council still needs to approve the funding for this radar system. We don't know exactly when they'll be installed into those patrol cars. Reporting on the South Hill, Vanessa Perez, 4 News Now.
If you're headed camping this weekend, it is going to be warm, especially if you're heading down into Walla Walla wine country. The Blue Valley RV Park is our camping forecast today. 97 on Saturday, 101 degrees on Sunday. I'll let you know how hot it's going to be where you live after the break.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
This place holds very special memories for Charlie. It's where he grew up, where he built his business, where his heart is. But not long ago, it was Charlie's heart that needed help. When he realized he was having a heart attack, Kootenai Health's team of more than 40 cardiac care providers was only minutes from his home. That's where Dr. Fritz and Dr. Burnett performed life-saving, state-of-the-art care to heal Charlie's heart.
It's the factory authorized clearance at Lazy Boy. Hurry in and save up to 50% on floor samples, one-of-a-kinds, closeouts, and more. Everything must go. Lazy Boy. Live life comfortably.
Today I'm going to ask you to use your lawn chemicals sparingly. Some examples are pesticides, herbicides, and fertilizers. When the fertilizers and pollutants get into our waterways, they can impact the fish and impact our drinking water. So let's keep our waterways clean. Pollutants into the storm drain affect our fish and our wildlife and the overall health of our community. Some examples of pollutants are motor oils, RV dumps, paints.
To learn more about stormwater tips, go to SpokaneStormwater.org.
How far would you go
I want to prank my best friend Lewis.
My husband.
My roommate.
For the ultimate payback?
That's a yes! Revenge!
X gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Johnny Knoxville, Eric Andre, and Gabourey Sidibe are Bright Panel premieres Sunday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
All this week, GMA's taken you to the most beautiful main streets across America. And now tomorrow, Ginger will take you to what so many people think is the most amazing main street. So where are we going? Here's a hint. It's magical. Tomorrow on GMA.
We have some video here of a young woman playing guitar in her apartment, just minding her own business. But look behind her. This hawk decided to fly in for a little snack. She doesn't seem to notice at first, but her dog tried to warn her.
Kush, hey. Hey, no barking. Quiet.
The dog's like, see, I told you.
What is he eating? What is that hawk eating?
Well, probably whatever her snack was there. Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, I'm worried about her laptop now. As the girl was running off, she was yelling for her roommate who moved out months ago.
That's hilarious. Look at that thing just mowing down.
I know. Eventually, the bird got bored and flew out the door. That's hilarious.
Wow. I think I would have to be bleeped, I think, if I had a video and that was going on. It would not be fit for the TV. Oh, 88 degrees in Coeur d'Alene right now. I-90 moving slow. Here's the view over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. Alabama fans showing up for the concert. It's 86 degrees and partly cloudy. We do still have a haze on the horizon, but our weather pattern is changing. So we're going to be dispersing that. In fact, we already are off to the east. You can see where most of the smoke is headed with that smoke from the Canadian from wildfires. We do still have mostly in the upper layers of the atmosphere. In fact, our air quality is in the good range. We are at 44, so getting close to moderate, but our main pollutant right now is ozone, not the particles from the wildfire smoke. It is really not causing many problems. Partly cloudy skies and 61 for an overnight low tonight. We're headed up to the warmest day of the season so far. Tomorrow, 92 and mostly sunny. So far, we've hit 91, including our high today. Here's a look at our forecast radar for Friday. We are going to start the day off with partly cloudy skies, few clouds passing through. Those will clear for mostly sunny skies in the afternoon, but we'll also see a repeat performance of the mountain showers and thunderstorms that we saw today in the late afternoon, early evening, and those will taper off then. We have a little bit of a northwesterly flow over the region right now. Here is these are upper level winds, and that's what's helped bring in the smoke. The additional westerly component is trying to push that smoke or disperse it off to the east. But as we get into Friday and then eventually Saturday, it's going to be more of a southwesterly flow over the region, and that's going to bring up even warmer weather as we get into Saturday and Sunday. Not extreme heat, but we are heading into the mid-90s, and we're going to stay there for a little bit. Overnight lows tonight, warmer than it has been the past few nights. No 40s on the map, 50s and 60s, even 70 in Wenatchee. High temperatures tomorrow in the 80s for most of North Idaho, 91 in Bonners Ferry, an exception, 92 in Pullman and Spokane, Grand Coulee, and 97 in Lewiston. Here's a look at your planning forecast heading into the mid-90s Saturday and Sunday. Then we have a little bit of a change Monday, 92 Monday, but a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly over the mountains, breezy conditions, and then a brief cool down. 85 Tuesday, but then we are right back up around 90 degrees by Thursday. Aaron?
Thank you, Chris. Several heat records have been broken across the U.S., with more expected to fall as extreme temperatures continue to rise.
New data reveals last month was the planet's hottest June ever recorded. CNN's Laura Aguirre explains what's driving up temperatures.
Planet Earth just had its hottest days on record ever. The world's average temperature Tuesday and Wednesday just under 63 degrees Fahrenheit. The previous high was in August of 2016 when it was around 62.5 degrees. This from two climate tracking agencies in the U.S. and Europe. Now, 62 degrees may not sound high, but weather experts point out it includes half the planet that is in winter right now. And in the coldest regions like Antarctica, melting ice means the Earth is reflecting less sunlight and absorbing it into the darker colored oceans, pushing up temperatures. In the U.S. Wednesday, several heat records were tied or broken. Cities in Texas, Georgia, and across the Pacific Northwest setting new highs. In White Salmon, Washington, residents are dealing not only with heat, but wildfires. The Tunnel 5 fire has charred over 500 acres so far, while anxious residents across the border in Hood River, Oregon, look on.
This west wind's going to just come in with a vengeance.
When you see those flames just going up the side of the hill, you don't know what's going to happen.
No injuries yet reported there as firefighting efforts continue. But officials warn that isolated dry thunderstorms could ignite new fires in the region. Some scientists say the El Niño weather pattern combined with the evolving climate crisis means more heat records could be broken before year's end. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
With these new record-breaking temperatures, health experts say keep track of how long you're in the sun. Too much exposure to extreme temperatures can be bad for your health.
It doesn't take much. It can be an hour or two that can lead to the cells and tissues of the body starting to feel the effect of it.
In extreme heat, it becomes harder for bodies to cool down. And the most serious heat-related illness, heat stroke, can hurt your brain and other important organs like your heart, lungs, kidneys. Every year, the heat causes more than 700 deaths on average and more than 67,000 emergency room visits. Experts say as it continues to heat up, stay hydrated and wear lightweight, light-colored, loose-fitting clothes.
The Trent Street Bridge has been under construction for over 3 years now, but on Monday, it's finally set to reopen. Coming up, hear the toll it's taken on nearby businesses and why they're hopeful that the bridge's completion will bring in more customers.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Friday night, July 7th, KXLY 4 News Now invites you to another fabulous Friday night fireworks show at Avista Stadium. It's all courtesy of Throw Your Earth. And don't forget to purchase your glow necklaces in the Spokane Indians team store. Your Spokane Indians play the Seattle Mariners affiliate, the Everett Aqua Sox. For tickets, go to SpokaneIndians.com. Friday, July 7th, another fabulous fireworks show at Avista Stadium presented by Throw Your Earth and KXLY 4 News Now.
This week, Walker's Furniture is combining their anniversary sale with their 4th of July sale for double the discounts. Where the more you spend, the more you save, up to $760 off. Or you can take advantage of special 5 years no-interest financing with no money down.
So you can get that new living room furniture or stylish bedroom set you've been wanting and pay for it later.
Making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less.
During the 43rd 4th of July sale at Walker's.
It's the biggest trade-in event in America. This week at all 3 Cal locations.
This is your chance to trade in anything. Boats, snowmobiles, motorbikes, trailers. Whether it runs or not, we're cleaning up America.
Making it the perfect time to upgrade your old ride to something better. Plus, delaying all payments until September 1st. With top dollar offered for all trade-ins during Cal's 4th of July Great Trade-In event.
The Move Fitness gyms are on the move.
Let's go! With everyone getting ready for summer and a new gym opening soon in Spokane, there's never been a better time to join.
Build your deck with Par and get everyday low prices on Trex and TimberTech composite decking. But shop now and you'll get $100 off TimberTech, Trex, and AZEK railing and accessories with qualifying purchase. Visit par.com for details.
What are you going to build?
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. $100,000 pyramid is back, and this season is going to be big.
You put this in your ear to clean it out. Pass. I would have guessed harpoon.
I just wet my plants.
I'm just glad they chose that, Michael.
Big money, big celebrities, and a big new season.
I got that.
You know what you got?
You got it wrong.
A $100,000 pyramid.
4 News Now is brought to you by Horizon Credit Union, proud sponsor of the Extreme Team.
Twitter officially sent a cease and desist letter over to Meta over its new Threads app.
The letter accuses Meta, which owns Facebook and Instagram, of misappropriating Twitter's trade secrets. Also saying Meta hired former Twitter employees who had proprietary information. CNN's Karen Caifa takes a look at how many people have downloaded the new app that launched just yesterday.
It's been talked about for months. Now, Meta's challenge to Twitter is here. Facebook's parent company launched Threads on Wednesday. Bridget Carey, CNET's consumer tech and trends expert, says the objective of real-time conversations is the same, but it's too soon to tell whether Threads will topple Twitter.
It's still the early days. It's not exactly the same as Twitter. There are a lot of things we're going to have to get used to, and there are different communities on each.
It appears the Threads app, available in 100 countries, is off to a fast start. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg posting on his verified account that Threads saw 30 million signups by Thursday morning. Meta's numbers may be its biggest advantage at launch. Users sign up using their Instagram account, and there are more than 2 billion active Instagram users around the globe. Twitter's active user base is currently around 250 million and has taken a hit amid the turmoil since Elon Musk's takeover last October.
To be a really successful social media company right now, it needs to be a place that's safe, a place that is trusted, that you are trusting what you're seeing online, and it needs to be a place that is just easy to use and useful.
Just within the last week, Twitter has imposed temporary limits on how many tweets its users are able to read in the app and announced users will soon need to pay if they want to use TweetDeck, a popular monitoring tool. In Washington, I'm Karen Caifa.
We have much more coming up tonight at 6:30.
Including when you can expect the Trent Avenue Bridge to finally reopen. Plus,
I want them to know that it's a bit difficult sometimes with diabetes, and sometimes I can't always do like everything I want.
This sweet 8-year-old girl is headed to Washington, D.C. What she wants lawmakers to know about kids with type 1 diabetes.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
This week, Walker's Furniture is combining their anniversary sale with their 4th of July sale for double the discounts. Where the more you spend, the more you save, up to $760 off. Or you can take advantage of special 5 years no-interest financing with no money down.
So you can get that new living room furniture or stylish bedroom set you've been wanting and pay for it later.
Making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less.
During the 43rd 4th of July sale at Walker's.
It's the biggest trade-in event in America this week at all 3 Cal locations.
This is your chance to trade in anything. Boats, snowmobiles, motorbikes, trailers. Whether it runs or not, we're cleaning up America.
Making it the perfect time to upgrade your old ride to something better. Plus, delaying all payments until September 1st. With top dollar offered for all trade-ins during Cal's 4th of July Great Trade-In event.
For over 65 years, McVeigh Brothers has been on the cutting edge of the newest technologically advanced products sold. We're now offering triple pane windows, custom colored windows of your choice, and amazing mini blinds between the glass that will last a lifetime.
From the stories you should know.
They just ripped the ATM out of the wall.
Up in a Black Hawk helicopter.
To the stories you need to know.
Mattresses can turn into flying missiles.
From the stories that change the way you think.
Were you trying to rip me off? I think it's down there.
To the stories that affect the way you feel.
It's one big party.
Inside Edition.
These are the stories that impact your life.
Weeknights at 7, only on 4 News Now.
A hero's job is never done, especially if you are the sole provider of justice. Walker, Texas Ranger.
Watch Heroes and Icons over the air on KXLY 4.3.
The nationwide lifeguard shortage. Next, Inside Edition. He used to be a lifeguard in high school.
So I had to pass the swim and the run just like all the high school and college kids.
That was half a century ago. Now he's doing it again. Then, is this the world's first AI wedding?
You may seal your commitment with a kiss.
Look who's marrying them. A robot.
It was really good.
Rocked my socks off.
Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7. Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
This is probably going to be some welcome news for a lot of people. The Trent Avenue Bridge is finally reopening.
After more than 3 years, you'll finally be able to drive on the bridge and you won't hit any more detours. Monday, WashDOT is holding an official ribbon cutting to mark the occasion. For over 3 years, Trent and Hamilton to Columbus Street have been closed for construction. With the bridge set to fully reopen Monday evening, business owners are also ready to welcome back their customers. Our Bronte Sorotsky got a tour of the bridge and explains the impact its closure has had on those nearby businesses.
When the ribbon for the Trent Street Bridge is cut on Monday, nearby businesses tell me they won't just be celebrating that the construction is over, but that they were able to make it through the construction and the pandemic.
We're in COVID, and we lost our bridge, and access to and from the brewery and the pub was limited.
Businesses in Spokane's University District, like No Lie, were hit hard in 2020 by the pandemic and construction of the Trent Avenue Bridge.
It was absolutely an inconvenience for customers.
But after more than 3 years, that bridge is reopening.
Hopefully open it Monday night. At the latest, it'll be Tuesday morning.
Ryan Overton with WashDOT let me walk around the new bridge, letting me see some of its new features up close.
We've got 5-foot shoulders on either side of the road to allow for better pedestrian bike access. We've got a protected 6-foot sidewalk on the north side and then a shared use path that's about 10 feet wide on the south side of the bridge for more active transportation.
Despite the hit No Lie took during construction, John Bryant, No Lie's owner, is looking forward to Monday's ribbon cutting.
So yeah, we have a front row seat. We'll be there, and the pub's going to open early at 11 a.m.
And by either Monday night or Tuesday morning, people will be able to drive on the bridge once again.
bridge will be like it was never closed.
The official opening for the Trent Street Bridge is this Monday, and No Lie is inviting everyone over afterwards to celebrate not just its construction, but to celebrate a hopeful boost in business now that the construction is over. Reporting in Spokane, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
I like that 4 News Now construction helmet, Bronte. Live look, speaking of construction, over the stadium construction right across the street here from 4 News Now. This is looking to the southeast of our station here at 500 West Boone Avenue. A little bit of haze on the horizon, but that is going to improve as we get into the forecast. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. Warm tonight. Temperatures will be dropping down into the upper 50s and 60s. We're going to be a little above average for overnight lows, staying in the 90s through the weekend. Less hazy and still the possibility of some mountain showers and thunderstorms. High temperatures today, 91 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Triple digits down in the Tri-Cities. A lot of 90s on the map. Still in the 80s in Bonners Ferry and Sandpoint. Overnight lows tonight, as I mentioned, will be on the warm side. 61 in Spokane, 60 degrees in Coeur d'Alene, in the mid-60s in Bonners Ferry and Grand Coulee, and then high temperatures tomorrow, even warmer than today in Spokane, 92, 94 in Ritzville, 92 in Grand Coulee. Here's a look at your planning forecast. Some haze to start the day with partly cloudy skies. Then that haze clears, as well as the clouds, mostly sunny, and a high temperature of 92 degrees. Our average high is 81. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast, let you know how hot it's going to get this weekend in just a few minutes, Aaron.
Chris, thank you. New at 6 o'clock, a Spokane girl was selected from hundreds of applicants to represent Washington State in D.C. this weekend.
4 News Now's Allison Martinez shares Natalie's message to Congress. She's joining us now in studio. Allison.
This weekend, 8-year-old Spokane native Natalie McNichols will travel to Washington, D.C. Natalie will be serving on the Children's Congress for the leading type 1 diabetes research and advocacy organization.
Over these years, I've learned how to harness diabetes.
Natalie McNichols was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when she was just 4 years old.
At first, I didn't know what was happening, but I stayed calm. I just kept a smile on my face.
Type 1 diabetes is a chronic condition where the pancreas creates little to no insulin. Every day, Natalie wears an insulin pump and a Dexcom monitor that tracks her blood sugar and alerts her and her parents of her levels every 5 minutes.
My Dexcom, what I think about it, I think that it's like a superhero.
Now 8, Natalie will travel to Washington, D.C. to meet with some of the top decision makers in government and help members of Congress understand their role in life-changing diabetes research.
I want them to know that it's a bit difficult sometimes with diabetes, and sometimes I can't always do like everything I want.
This weekend, Natalie will be continuing her family's legacy. In 1999, her mom, Emily, served on JDRF's first annual Children's Congress.
I know when I went, I was her age, and I just wanted a cure. One of the messages was, I want a cure so that my kids won't have diabetes. So to come back and say, here I am again, here's my kid who also has diabetes. Like, this is why we need a cure.
Natalie is heading into this weekend with an optimistic attitude and hope for the future.
I would really like to make a difference, so maybe we could even find a cure to diabetes.
Natalie and Emily say this event is especially timely because the Special Diabetes Program will soon be up for renewal. The program is funded annually through the National Institutes of Health, and funding expires this September. Natalie will be advocating at the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation Conference this Sunday through Tuesday. Reporting in studio, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
And we will be cheering her on. Thank you, Allison. The Western Washington company whose submarine imploded on a tour of the Titanic has suspended its exploration and commercial operations. All people aboard the Titan, made by OceanGate, died last month, including the company's CEO. The suspension of exploration and commercial operations is listed at the top of OceanGate's website. However, the site still features descriptions of expedition offerings, including tours of the Titanic wreckage.
Mortgage rates went up again last week to the highest so far this year, an average of 6.18 or 81% for a 30-year fixed-rate loan. The rate is 0.1% higher than the week before and 1.5% higher than this time last year. That's according to data from Freddie Mac. Economists say the combination of higher rates and low inventory continues to keep some potential buyers out of the market. Mortgage applications went down last week, according to the Mortgage Bankers Association. Many homeowners are delaying plans to move in order to keep their current lower mortgage rate.
Around the nation, Philadelphia is going after ghost guns, suing two major manufacturers of the untraceable weapons after police confirmed they were used in Monday's mass shooting that killed 5 people. The alleged gunman faced a judge for the first time, denying bail on more than 30 charges, including 5 counts of murder. The deputy commissioner of Philadelphia says an AR-15 and a 9mm used by the gunman were privately made firearms. The privately manufactured gun parts are sold unassembled.
The manufacturers attempted to avoid liability by claiming that it is selling parts, not guns. But the gun kits they sell can be assembled in minutes by virtually anyone.
Prosecutors reveal the suspect's roommates told investigators he'd been acting oddly before the shooting, wearing a bulletproof vest around the house and allegedly writing a will just days before. So far, no motive has been revealed in the case. Well, how many dancing dinos does it take to break a world record? Our producer Steven knows I love these dancing dinos. This is very sweet. It's not the beginning of a joke. It's a real question one town in Canada is asking. The answer after the break.
NBA Summer League is less than 24 hours away. What to expect from your favorite Gonzaga and Washington State players coming up in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Now, with so much on the line, more Americans are turning to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight than any other newscast across all of television.
Hi, I'm Ron.
And I'm Shelley.
At Rosenberger Construction, we build some of the most beautiful custom homes in North Idaho.
Like our spectacular spec home, now for sale at the club at Rock Creek, Coeur d'Alene's newest private golf course filled with stunning natural beauty. Our custom homes are furnished and designed with you in mind.
For our clients looking for that unique, one-of-a-kind piece of furniture, we always recommend Consign Furniture in Liberty Lake.
From great rooms to dining rooms to master suites, Consign Furniture is sure to turn any house into a home.
At Horizon Credit Union, we believe your dreams and the path that fulfills them are what makes life special. It's about the freedom to spend time making memories. It's the convenience of easy banking, so you can hit the road with confidence. It's the perfect little moments you cherish forever. No matter where you are, we can help you get there. Come see us today in branch, online, or anywhere on your path.
This is your summer to smile, to raise your glass and reconnect, to reel in the fun and serve up great times. To help you get ready, your Aspen Dental team is celebrating 25 years of affordable care with an epic Summer of Smiles event. Right now, new patients without insurance get a free full exam and x-rays. Plus, everyone can get 20% off their treatment plan. But hurry, because while these summer savings won't last, the memories you make together will. Aspen Dental. Book today.
The Move Fitness gyms are on the move. Let's go!
With everyone getting ready for summer and a new gym opening soon in Spokane, there's never been a better time to join.
Where should I walk? Right here? Is this good?
Yeah, you can walk right there. This is your show. Do whatever you want.
You walk in.
It's live with Kelly and Mark.
Wow, that was a nice reception.
Every weekday morning,
we're sitting on a couch with the new co-host husband and wife team.
Watch live with Kelly and Mark, weekdays at 9 a.m., only on 4 News Now.
Take a look at this tiny Canadian town turned into a dino dance party to break a world record. Organizers used social media to spread the word, and more than 1,000 dancing dinos showed up, crushing the previous record of 253 dancing dinos.
Which tiny Canadian town? I want to go hang out with those people. That looks like a lot of fun.
They know how to party.
Yes, they do. 91 degrees our high temperature today. 81 is our average high, but our record is 101. In fact, all but 3 days in July, our records are in the triple digits. That was back in 1968, by the way. Our sunrise now is in the 5 o'clock hour, out of the 4 o'clock hour, in case you are one of those folks who is up with the sun. You get to sleep in until 5. Here are the 90-degree days that we have had so far. And this summer, even though our temperatures have been running above average, we have not had many extreme events. Well, I have had no extreme events. We've just gotten into the 90s on 4 separate occasions, including today, 1 in May, and that is our average number of 90-degree days in May. We hit 90 on the 20th. We've had 2 in June. 91 was the warmest, and that was back on the 7th. And then so far in July, we have had 1. That was today, 91 degrees. So 92 will be the warmest day of the season so far tomorrow. But then we'll do it again on Saturday at 94 and then 96 on Sunday. This white line is average, which is in the lower 80s now. We'll get close to that on Tuesday, cooling back down to 85, but then we start warming right back up to 90. Have not seen even a hint of triple digits in our forecast going out the next 7 days, or really even 8 to 14 days. Here's a look at our temperature trend for July 14th through July 20th, getting awfully close to the warmest part of the year. Our temperatures by average peak the late July into early August, and then start to drop very quickly in late August and September. We are in this very, very light orange for that time period, indicating at least a trend toward above average temperatures. Precipitation, very strong signal of dry weather through the Four Corners region and into the desert Southwest. We've got a little sliver of green here and just a little bit of that light brown in far southeastern Washington and the southern panhandle, and then the gray. So I think it could go either way. Most likely will be on the dry side, because that tends to be what we do this time of year. Your forecast radar over the next tomorrow, Friday, we're going to see clouds increasing overnight. Will be clear by tomorrow morning, and then a few showers and thunderstorms possible in the mountains tomorrow afternoon. Your planning forecast: blue skies and sunshine through Sunday. We're also going to clear out some of that wildfire haze. Breezy with a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms on Monday. That cools us down to 85, and then we start warming right back up again, but no meaningful precipitation in that 7-day forecast. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. Get moving in Riverfront Park this summer with the Riverfront Moves Fitness Series presented by Providence. Through August, you can take free workout classes in the park. Spokane Bar is hosting Bar on the Bridge on July 13th and 20th from 7 to 8 p.m. both days on South Howard Street Bridge rather. Participants will learn the basics of bar, which is a full body workout that incorporates traditional bar with cardio, strength, endurance, and much more.
It's a free class to the public, no experience necessary. We're going to just take our signature bar class on a bridge over the Spokane River. So beautiful, it's very scenic, not too hot because it's at 7 o'clock, still warm, so bring some water. But we're going to have a good, fun workout, and it's open to all levels.
Yeah. Make sure you bring that water bottle. I have done a lot of bar classes in my time. You need water, even in a studio. You can sign up now for a chance to win a week of unlimited classes at Spokane Bar. But hurry, because spots fill up quickly. For more information about Bar on the Bridge and to see the full list of Riverfront Moves classes, find the story on KXLY.com.
Tomorrow, the Downtown Spokane Partnership hosts its first Friday event. It highlights local businesses, local art scenes. Visitors can expect to see music, product launches, specialty food and beverage options. If you'd like to know more about artists and the highlights there, you can find this info on KXLY.com.
Well, Prime Day is next week. That's when Amazon offers special deals to its Prime subscribers.
It's such a good deal. I don't know why you wouldn't shop on Prime Day.
I feel like I have to.
Might as well. ABC's Rena Roy has some tips on how to make these bargain days work for you.
Prime Day this year takes place on July 11th and 12th.
Kind of feels like Black Friday in the middle of the summer.
Right now, shoppers are getting ready to start clicking the moment the sales begin so they can get the item they want before it sells out. But Bridget Carey, senior editor at CNET, says that this year's Prime Day has a new twist.
For some items that they think will sell out, they're asking you to do your homework ahead of time. And right now, click for an invitation to have the possibility to buy that item during Prime Day.
Asking for an invitation to buy a product doesn't mean you'll get one, but it might give you a better chance to buy the item you're looking for before it sells out. Prime Day is not just for fancy electronics or clothes. There are all sorts of items like toys and household goods.
People always ask me, what do you buy on Prime Day? And I tend to go for things that I need anyway. Sometimes you can buy a 100-pack of batteries for $25. Think about shopping in bulk.
Carrie says that other stores know that people will be shopping on Prime Day, and so they will also offer deep discounts.
Everyone's trying to get your attention and compete with Amazon. A lot of the times, the best things I buy on Amazon Prime Day are not from Amazon because the stores I like just offer free shipping.
Carrie says there are a lot of deals now for subscription services, but beware of the fine print.
You as a consumer need to be on top of when all these subscriptions you're signing up for end, auto renew, maybe go to full price. It is a tactic to get to try new things. It's great to say, oh, I got 2 months free of something I got to try. Just don't get caught off guard and go, oh, I didn't realize it was auto renewing and now I'm in it for a whole year.
Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
We all know Spokane seasons. Winter, fake spring, second winter, construction, surface of the sun, and now smoke season. Keep your home smoke-free. Breathe easy all year. Holiday heating, cooling, and electric. Your air quality experts.
From the very beginning, we've been taught safety is very important. It's an act of love. When we're on the road, every action we take gets everyone to a safer place. Each of us can make a difference. Slow down. Ride sober. Get endorsed. Get training. Alone we are strong. Together we are stronger. And together we get there.
ABC's World News Tonight and 4 News Now.
The team you trust here at home.
Across the nation and the world.
When you need information fast.
The crash closed I-90.
When the local story is national news. Those 4 college students murdered in Idaho.
When national stories hit home.
We asked Spokane Police if it has a similar task force.
Watch ABC World News Tonight at 5:30.
And 4 News Now at 6 with Kirsten O'Connor and Aaron Luna. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Global Credit Union got its start right here at Fairchild Air Force Base and now has branches worldwide. We're proud to honor our military members by wearing red on Fridays.
Red stands for Remember Everyone Deployed, and 4 News Now is joining Global by inviting you to wear red on Fridays too.
Show your support for the men and women of our armed forces. Tell them and their families thank you for your service and for protecting our future.
Stop by any Global branch and pick up a red pin.
And then remember to wear red every Friday from now until September 11th.
We all know Spokane seasons. Winter, fake spring, second winter, construction, surface of the sun, and now smoke season. Keep your home smoke-free. Breathe easy all year. Holiday heating, cooling, and electric. Your air quality experts.
4 News Now is brought to you by Jacobs Custom Living.
Welcome
Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into sports. I'm Julian Minnesone. It's the eve of NBA Summer League. The games tip off tomorrow in Las Vegas. A handful of former Gonzaga and Washington State players will be taking the first steps in their pro careers. Gonzaga's Julian Strawther might have the most pressure out of all of them. Strawther will be suiting up for the defending champion Denver Nuggets. He was the first-round pick by the Nuggets in last month's draft, meaning the team has a lot of faith in Strawther to be a solid player for the future. Strawther is ready to add to an already championship culture. That journey begins tomorrow.
To play the right way and play for each other. I feel like in today's age of basketball, it's kind of getting lost, playing for one another and playing to win. So being able to join an organization that's all about winning, all about each other, it's a blessing.
Other Gonzaga players at Summer League include Drew Timme and Malachi Smith. Some former Bulldogs from a few seasons ago will also be playing, such as Chet Holmgren and Filip Petrusev. Washington State will be represented at Summer League. Cougars center Mohamed Gay will be playing for the Atlanta Hawks. Now, the Hawks signed Gay to a 4-year deal for $7 million. The Hawks wanted to lock down Gay after picking him in the second round of the draft this year. Now Gay will get a chance to prove he is worth that new contract.
Honestly, I'm just trying to, be patient. I know it's a new role. I know I got to adjust to it, I'm just trying to be patient, let the game come to me, and it's just a matter of time until I figure it out.
He's a confident man right there, along with Gay. Former Washington State guard Justin Powell will also be at NBA Summer League. Powell will be playing for the Eastern Conference champion Miami Heat. Here are a few games to keep an eye on for day one tomorrow. The big one, the Denver Nuggets will take on the Milwaukee Bucks. Gonzaga teammates Julian Strawther and Drew Timme will go head-to-head in that matchup. It'll be interesting to see what Gonzaga fans will be rooting for in that game. And Gonzaga, Malachi Smith and the Portland Trail Blazers will also play the Houston Rockets. That'll be following that Nuggets-Bucks game. The nightcap features the Washington State center Mohamed Gay and the Atlanta Hawks taking on the Sacramento Kings. It should also be of note that former Eastern Washington guard Angelo Allegri will be playing for the Charlotte Hornets, and former Eastern Washington big man Tanner Groves will suit up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. That'll wrap us up for sports.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
The Floor Trader Outlet's annual Freedom Sale going on now. Free carpet installs on select styles. LVP starting at only 99 cents. The Floor Traders Freedom Sale.
Where the Northwest saves on flooring.
Corner of Division and Francis.
People who come to the Inland Northwest rave about its beauty.
For those of us who live and work here, we couldn't agree more. From its iconic history
to a ton of new beginnings.
We have farm-to-table roots and access to nature right out our back door.
And as a community member, BECU wants to honor those who work together to make life better for our region.
Join us for the premier food and drink celebration, Crave, at the Spokane Valley Center Place, July 13th through the 15th. Proudly sponsored by BECU.
Let's have some fun. Let's get it on. What female celebrity would you match Steve Harvey up with?
Beyonce.
What?
With savings this explosive, the extended 4th of July sale at Furniture Row is resulting in some very interesting reactions.
That's $300 off the dining set and 50% off the sofa.
Yeah.
With $600 off the bedroom and $300 off the mattress, you are saving $900 today.
Whoa.
Plus, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, and 5 years, no interest. When you save this much, you'll be seeing fireworks too. But hurry, the extended 4th of July sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
You expect more from local news. 4 News Now delivers.
It's to get you the information you need to plan your day.
We begin with breaking news, and the breaking news you need to keep your family safe.
That's what we mean when we say expect more.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics. What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law.
Draw, cat.
Goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
Sundays beginning at 8 over the air on KXLY 4.2.
The Floor Trader Outlet's annual Freedom Sale going on now. Laminate starting at only 89 cents. Tile starting at just 23 cents. The Floor Traders Freedom Sale.
Where the Northwest saves on flooring.
Corner of Division and Francis.
ET Vault Unlocked, Kevin Hart. Never before seen interviews revealing the many sides of the multimedia mogul.
Movies, kids, sex symbols.
Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
The Jennifer Hudson Show is here.
And you're going to bless people every single day.
We're giving back, lifting each other up.
Something hits you in your heart.
We're doing it all.
Weekdays at 2, only on 4 News Now.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, 300 first responders could soon go on strike. What that means for the city.
And details on the bomb threat that forced an Alaska flight bound for Seattle to land in Spokane. Why the suspect says he needed the plane to land anywhere but Seattle.
Hot and getting hotter in the mid-90s for Saturday and Sunday. I think the hottest place I ever experienced is walking up the hill to get into the station in that parking lot, right?
Gets pretty warm. Gets pretty warm, especially if you have your helmet and motorcycle jacket on, Chris.
Ooh.